What's going on, everybody? Coach Joe here, back with another episode, heartletics.com. And today, this is going to be a really inspiring episode for you guys. I actually heard it from one of the pastors. Typically, when I work out, I'm either listening to just like a motivational video or typically like a sermon, something where I'm just gaining, once again, some wisdom, some knowledge, whether it's on my spiritual walk or whether it's even just some audiobooks, right? Just trying to gain something, right? So anyways, I'm listening to this sermon, and the pastor says one of the most amazing things that I ever heard. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. All about consistency, all about continuing to push, all about, hey, your back might be feeling like it's up against the wall, but no matter what, like, you have to believe, you have to have faith, and you have to keep on progressing. Right? Why do you think I'm wearing this shirt if you're watching this right now on YouTube? Consistency over intensity. Because I'm a big believer in that. I'm a big believer in just show up each and every day. So the pastor, he said, God will never bring you into the deep waters, not knowing that there's a specific reason, so to speak. And I started to think about that because oftentimes, right, we're always dealing with challenges. Maybe it's stress at home, stress at work. Maybe, hey, we're not at our goals yet. Maybe it's stuff going on with the kids, emotions. There's always some kind of stress, right? And so what this pastor was saying is that, there's a specific reason why God sometimes brings you into those deep waters, right? With the chaos, the stress, right? The challenges, the curveballs of life, so to speak. And there's a reason. But it's what happens when you continue to have that faith, what happens when you continue to have that trust, to continue to progress, to not give up. And so what the pastor said was, and I loved it, he said, God brings you into deep waters because he knows your enemies cannot swim. And just think about that, because I know so many times, and I had this conversation with our members, where even myself, going after my goals, I'm putting in the routine, I'm putting in the right habits, I'm showing up each and every day, I'm trying my best to be disciplined, and you want to see the growth, right? You want to see it happen like this, right? You want to see you reach your goals, right? You want to see all the hard work, right? Start to have this effect of, man, this great ROI, right? You want that. Who doesn't want that, And so I was telling this to my team that so many times when you're in the middle of the trenches, right, doing the day in, day out operations, you forget about like the bigger picture. It's like if you just take a, thousands bird's eye view of everything and look down, hey, you're probably very close to your goals. But it's like that breaking point when you feel like giving up, when you feel like surrendering, when you feel like throwing in the white towel and just quitting and going back to your old ways, like that is when you have to know like you're at your breaking point and you're so close to be on this verge, right, of this new identity, this new individual, this new person, right? Because it's like you got to think in terms of a caterpillar, right? They have to go through the cocoon process, metamorphosis, right? And go through that whole entire process to become this butterfly. When you're at that breaking point, right? Imagine that being like the battlegrounds, the testing point where you're going through this little cocoon process where you're out going to come this soldier, this warrior, this person that is more disciplined, this person that's already at their goals, a whole different mindset. And so many times we think that it's just like, where we are right now in terms of our habits, our mindset, everything like that, that's this individual also. And like there's this waiting game, so to speak. But we have to know that like when times get very, very tough, that's when we're at the verge. That's when we're really, really close, right? To something starting to happen, something starting to spark. And so what I want to kind of share with you, because, the message once again was, hey, God brings you into the deep waters because he knows your enemies, cannot swim. So it's all about encouragement. What I want to share with you is like when times get tough in that setting, think in terms of a shark. I want you to have this shark mentality, The shark can only swim forward. It can't swim backwards or else it's dead. You have to have that shark mentality and just know, right? It should be like almost like an awakening, kind of like an epiphany almost, where it's, hey, when times are tough right now, maybe you're dealing with this curveball at work and this curveball at stress at home and, this kind of injury, whatever the case may be, right? You're dealing with all this adversity. You should know that, hey, on the end, something great's about to happen. You just have to continue to almost be this optimistic just viewpoint on, hey, it's only making me stronger. It's only just building things up better for a better, I like to say that every setback in life is an opportunity, right, for a greater comeback. It's a setup, right, not a setback. So it's like you got to have that same mindset. And so much so that at least what helps me is, and this is what I kind of thought about this morning at the gym, is think in terms of just us as humans, like all the different things we can do. And it's like, if we just decided, right, when we were a baby, we decided to start crawling and then start walking. The baby fell down several times walking. You did, I did, we all did, right? Nobody's just walking around running sprints, right? Like it's no one's business, right in the beginning. No, you had to build up to it, right? But at the same time, certain things happen where kids fall, right? Babies fall. What if that baby fell and just said, oh, it's not for me, and just quit? And like, you're the parent and you're like, what do you mean it's not for you? Like, you gotta walk. Like, when you're in your 20s, your 30s, like the rest of your life, like you're gonna need to know how to move. You can't just sit around all day, right? You can't just crawl everywhere you're trying to go. You as the parent, you understand that. But as the baby, they're not seeing things from the bigger picture. They're only seeing things from like right there in that present moment. And so what I'm trying to get at is like, what if the baby just decided to have that mindset of, hey, it's not for me? And maybe so many times that you get to this breaking point, right, of I feel like throwing in the weight towel, I feel like quitting, I feel like going back to my old ways, and you just say, it's not for me. And you're so close. And you just need that like parent, right? You just need that guardian that's going to say, hey, like, just keep on trying. You got this, right? And so much so that, as a baby, right, when they progress, they just start to walk, like they look back after, let's say they're in their, 30s or 40s, they look back and think about all the different things that baby can do now, right? Or that individual could do, I should say, right? They know how to maybe play basketball, right? Drive a car, right? Run, swim, like there's so many different things. But if that baby would have just quit in the very beginning stages when it first fell down on the ground, in that toddler stage, and just said, oh, it's not for me, they'll miss out on all those things, right? In terms of what they got to experience and doing all these different things because they're crawling everywhere, right? How ridiculous is that? But why do you have the same mindset when it comes to you trying to go after your goals? When, hey, times get tough, why do you want to quit? Why do you want to throw in the white towel? Why do you want to quit? The biggest issue, right, in terms of why you can't have success is because of you. Meaning that you're the one getting in your own way. You're the one that's putting up this barrier. You're the one that's stopping yourself from receiving success and attracting it more into your life. You have to learn how to just stop getting in your own way. And so much so that it's just like, it's that bad wolf. It always comes creeping in. It's the one that's going to tell you the lies. One that's going to tell you you're not good enough. One that's going to tell you, hey, quit. Go back to your old ways. Get back to your comfort zone. Because right over here, this verge of you becoming the best version of yourself, that's a hard spot, right? Those challenges, that's typically all in midst of this comfort zone. And you're about to take that leap of faith. And that bad wolf doesn't want you to. And it's going to hold you on. It's going to tell you everything, right? All these different lies just to get you right back over here. You have to learn how to rise up. You have to learn that you got to have this shark and always move forward mentality. You have to learn that, hey, so much so that sometimes God's going to bring you in the deep waters because he knows your enemies. And that enemy could be stress. That enemy could be challenges, illnesses, adversity, anything like that. That's the enemy, right? Maybe the enemy is just the lies that you're telling yourself. But you got to understand, right? Take that thousands bird's eye view. You're on the verge. It's right there. You're so close. Stop trying to master it and have it happen overnight. Consistency over intensity, right? We preach all the time at Heartletics is consistency is key. Just focus on being 1% better each and every day. But remember, when you're at this verge right here where you feel like giving up and throwing in the towel, look back. Right? Honestly, think back when you were a kid if you never decide to walk again. But look at all the different things that you got decided to do because you decided, right? You made a choice to not give up, to try your best to walk, And then guess what? Now we're running, now we're swimming, now we're, jump rope, boxing, doing all these different things because you made a choice. So I encourage you, the next time you're at this verge over here of, being on your comfort zone, about to experience all this greatness, but right now it feels like you're going through hell, you have a choice to not throw in the white towel. You have a choice to not quit. You have a choice to have that shark mentality, to always move forward and keep on swimming because you're so close to reaching your goals. Hopefully you guys got some inspiration from today's episode. If you did, definitely do me a favor. Give this a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and share this with somebody that might need to hear this inspiring message as well. As always, guys, this has been Coach Joe with the Heartletics Podcast. We'll talk next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.